Why should you put your baby on a schedule? This is a question that I've been asked over and over again, and today I am happy and excited to share with you the benefits of putting your baby on a schedule. My name is Suzy and welcome to our homestead. On this channel, we're all about organizing, prioritizing, and budgetizing at home. And we want to be happiest at home. We are also turning our focus into motherhood and bringing up healthy, happy, and contented babies. And today I'm happy to share with you how having my kids on a schedule has brought about benefits to our homestead and to our family. So we are blessed with 4 kids. The eldest is 6, and I have twins who are 4, and our last one is 2 years old. So we have really managed to go through a number of parenting styles, and finally we settled on having a routine and a schedule for our kids because it has really worked. It has really made life easier and more enjoyable for not just us the parents but also for the kids. Now, before I go any further, I just want to put a caveat out there and say that there are as many parenting styles as there are parents. So just because we parent in a particular way does not mean that it's the best and the only way to parent. I am just sharing how we have gone through this journey, and hopefully someone somewhere will find this useful. So please do not feel pressure that I'm saying your kids have to be in a schedule, and if they're not on a schedule, you're doing something bad. No. On this channel, we're all about building each other up, encouraging one another, and sharing what we know and the knowledge that we have, in the hopes that we will add value to someone's life. All right. The first benefit that we have found about putting kids on a schedule is that it gives them predictability and security. Naturally, children are comforted by knowing what to expect. They are comforted by consistency and regularity. And we have found that when we have a schedule for our children, it just basically helps them to know what to expect so that they're not being sprung on surprises. And this has helped them to be, in my opinion, a bit more, comfortable and confident. And they feel a bit more secure because they're not worried, okay, now what's going to happen next? Yesterday mama did this, I wonder if she's going to do it the same way today. So it just helps them to know what to expect, and we have found that to be really good for our kids. The next benefit that I have found about having our kids on a schedule is that it enables me to plan and to have extra time and to schedule time, not just for the kids but also time for my husband and time for my other kids, especially if you have a small baby. Their needs can tend to overshadow the needs of the other children. But now here is where a schedule comes in, because you have put, especially the youngest, the younger they are, the more of a schedule they need. When they are on a schedule, you get to make more time for the other members of your family, so that the older kids don't feel neglected. They don't feel like, oh, now mommy and daddy now only have time for the baby, they no longer have time for me. So you put this baby on such a schedule that you tend to make time for all the other kids and all the other members of your family. You manage to go for date nights, you manage to have the one bonding time with the other kids. And if you haven't watched my video on how to practically put your family first, I'm going to link it on this one because it just complements so well on what we are discussing today. And if you are liking this content, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and welcome to the family. The next benefit about having your baby on a schedule is that it helps to just promote stability in the family. You see, when a child is newborn, they are basically able to eat and sleep basically anywhere. You can feed them anywhere, they can sleep anywhere. But as they grow older, they tend to want to do certain things at a certain time, so that when this child becomes, let's say he did not get enough of a nap during the day because one was not scheduled, as the day progresses, because they are toddlers, they're not able to just sleep at any time the way a newborn would. And because now they miss their naps, they tend to become cranky, they cry more because they missed their nap and because it was not scheduled. So now you tend to have this like major meltdown. You know, hit the like button if you have ever had your toddler have a major meltdown in public. Let's say, for example, in the supermarket or in church, or you have gone to visit relatives and you have this extremely cranky child that you don't even know what to do with. You know, they're tired, but they will not sleep. They're just all over the place. They're rolling on the floor. They're screaming. It becomes a mess. And this really interferes with family stability. So, and it also plays in when now, you know, when children are at home and when they're younger, it's still a bit better. But as they grow older, if they are not used, for example, to having a regular bedtime, they sleep at any time they want. And then they don't want to sleep. You know how it goes with kids. And you have not established like a regular schedule, like 8 p.m. you have to be in bed, 7 p.m. you have to be in bed. When they go to school, you will find that the child, they did not want to sleep. So they ended up sleeping at 10:30. So waking up in the morning to go to school, if you have like a child going to a regular school, it will be a struggle. They will not want to wake up. You will fight in the morning. And finally, when they decide to wake up, they will go to class. They will not be as productive because they don't have a regular schedule if they go to regular school. Our children are homeschooled, but still they need to have a regular schedule so that we make sure that they get enough rest. I'm going to link on this video my video about homeschooling and why we ended up in that line of life. But at the end of the day, whether your children go to regular school or whether they are homeschooled, they just need to have a regular schedule so that they are more productive during the day. I'm hoping that this is making sense to you. And if it does, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. And I thank you for that. Another benefit of having your kids on a schedule is that it helps you to be able to take care of more than one baby. You see, if you have only one baby, sometimes, I'm not saying it's a rule cast in stone, it's easier for you to sort of be able to survive without a schedule because that's the only child you have to take care of. So that when they're tired and they want to sleep, you can sleep. When they want to eat, whatever time they want to wake up, that's the only sort of child you have to worry about. So you're sort of able to cater yourself to their needs. But the more children one has, the more imperative it becomes to have a schedule because every child has their own needs and it is really hard. I've actually met ladies who have said, and even their husbands who have said that when they got married, they wanted like 4 children or 3 children. But after they had one baby, it was so chaotic. They just decide, you know what, I'm done with this whole parenting thing. You know, this child cries all the time. This child sleeps at 2 a.m. This child does, this child does, this child does. But I have found personally in my experience that when you have the child in a schedule, the more kids you have and the more you put them on that schedule, then the easier it is. It is not hard at all because what works for one baby, as long as you have a schedule that is working, it will work for 3 babies, it will work for 4, it will work for 10 if you want to have 10. Okay, that will come with its own issues, but all I'm trying to say is the more babies one has, especially in their younger years, the easier it is to manage them when they are on a schedule. Because also the other thing that I've seen people say is that I wish I could have my babies as close in age as you have, but one child is such a handful, so I'm waiting for this one child to turn 7 and then I will have another. So you will find that when you have a schedule, it becomes sort of, I'm not saying that that's a bad desire to have, but when you have a schedule, I feel like you have more options. I hope that makes sense. And also, it also helps you as a mom to be able to have more time to yourself. Whether you have 1 baby, whether you have 3 babies, whether you have 6 babies, because your kids are on a schedule, you can actually schedule in time to take care of yourself, which is very, very important. You can schedule in your naps, you can schedule in, you know, this time for yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And I tell this to moms all the time, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You need to be able to take time to invest in yourself. I remember like when our twins were born, I put them on the Gina Ford schedule, which is another video for another day. And Gina Ford is amazing, but there was a time, twins are twins. Twins are not easy. It's one baby times two, same demands, but same mother. One mother. So there's this one day, I had just woken. I had a really rough night. My husband is amazing. He helps me at night with the kids, especially when they're really young. But there's something that only a mother can do. So I had a really rough night. So the kids woke up at 7 as usual. They're twins. Okay, and my firstborn, because they're all on the same schedule, so they tend to wake up at around 7 o'clock. Then the next nap for the twins was going to be at 9, and I was tired. I was that you have reached at the end of your rope. So I was really looking forward to 9 a.m. for those kids to sleep so that I could sleep. The scheduled nap at that age, they were about 4 months, was from 9 a.m. to 9:45. So I was really looking forward. I was like, I will have 45 minutes of rest. So I've woken up, we've done the morning routine, we fed the kids and all that, changed the diapers and all that. So we're getting ready for the 9 o'clock nap. And I am there, I'm like, yes, 45 minutes of uninterrupted sleep. That time, your eyes are red and they're swollen and everything. So 9 o'clock comes, put the kids in their cots, right there on each side of our bed, and then dimmed the light, switched off the light, and then I enter into my bed. I'm like, it's nap time. 45 minutes of blissful sleep. So the minute your head hits the pillow, you just black out. 2 minutes later, my son, which is my second born son, who is a twin, he decides, this nap is not for me. I am up and I want everyone to be up. He woke up. He started crying. He started screaming. He started crying. Do you know, I just woke up and I had it, and I just also started crying. I was like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. I am so tired. I cannot do this. And then I called my husband and told him, you take your children. I don't care where you take them. I need to rest. And I had, those major meltdowns we're talking about. It was my turn to have one. I was tired. I had it, and I just needed to take care of myself. So my poor husband, he just took his twins, took them to the living room. Thankfully, I had been pumping milk faithfully as according to the Gina Ford schedule. So there was milk for the kids. So I told him, take these children, and I do not want to see them until I've had 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep. So that's what the poor guy did. He took his twins, took them to wherever, and I slept and I slept and I slept. And when I woke up, I felt like a new mom. Hi. Have you subscribed to this channel? Have you subscribed? What are you waiting for? Subscribe now. This channel is the best. Okay, bye. See ya. So there are a few things I would like to note here. Number one, again, is that what works for one parent may not work for another parent. Some of us like schedules, some of us don't like schedules. And children will always fall in a schedule, by the way. Always. Babies will always somehow find a schedule. But the thing about going and being proactive is that you want to put that baby in a schedule that will work for you. Otherwise, the babies might fall into a schedule where they sleep most of the day and they are awake most of the night, which will not work for you as the working parent. So that's what I like about putting kids on a schedule, is that you will end up putting the baby on a schedule that works not just for that one baby but for everyone else in the family. But that being said, I just want to continue re-emphasizing that there are as many parenting styles as there are parents, and what works for one parent will not work for another parent. What works for one baby might not work for another baby, even if it's in the same family. Like what works for your firstborn will not necessarily work for your secondborn. So it's so important for parents to know and to adapt their parenting schedule, find one that suits them. Another thing that I would like to emphasize is that putting kids on a schedule should not be extreme. It shouldn't be like baby's crying, but you know the schedule says they're supposed to only sleep at 8 p.m. and now it is 7:30. No, we have to keep this baby awake and all that. It shouldn't be extreme, and especially babies who are less than 2 months old, or at least 1 month old, should not be put on a schedule. They should be fed on demand, they should sleep on demand and that is very crucial. So scheduling a baby should never be extreme, but everything in moderation. You put your baby on a schedule, but also you also have the power and the intuition as a parent to know what works for you. All right. And the last point that I would like to note is that as long as the parents agree on an approach, then you can the both of you can basically use any parenting style that you want, and it is going to work. The most important thing also that I have found is that it's important for the mom and the dad to work together, to agree that this is a schedule that we're using, so that you're both pulling in the same direction. Otherwise, one person may be going this way and the other one is going this way, and the poor baby is caught in the middle and nobody knows what is happening. So that's also something else that I would like to point out about making a schedule work, is that both parents should ideally be pulling in the same direction. I hope you have found this video helpful about the benefits of putting your baby on a schedule, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up. And I'm really excited to continue talking more about motherhood and parenting on this channel as we continue to organize, prioritize, and budgetize at home, because we want to be happiest at home. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.